Hi, I'm Mike Payton. This is Mike Payton Music. I've had this guitar for 2 years. Well, not this guitar. Let me explain. This is the Harley Benton Hyrbrid Steel GR. What's a hybrid guitar, I hear you ask? A hybrid guitar lets you play an acoustic sound and an electric guitar sound on the same guitar. And you can see here it's got two different knobs. One is the volume knob for the electric sound and one for the acoustic sound. Why might anybody want this? As a solo singer guitarist, for the majority of my sets I like to have an acoustic guitar sound. But for certain songs I really like to have an electric sound. After researching hybrid guitars, I discovered Harley Benton had made a hybrid of their own, which is a brand of guitars made by Thomann. Thomann is a huge German online retailer. I've shopped with them for many years. This isn't a paid promotion, maybe one day, but I need 5,000 subscribers, so like and subscribe. Now, I bought this guitar for £350. You'd have to check the website for the latest price. But £350 for a guitar is not that much. And when you compare it to different hybrid guitars on the market, it's maybe a third of the price. The most famous hybrid guitar is probably Fender's Acoustasonic, and at the time that was about £1,200. So to buy a hybrid guitar for $350 was a steal, pun intended. So what's the problem? Well, I played this guitar for 2 years solid. It was my workhorse. And over the 2 years, it maybe got a couple of scratches here and there, but nothing major. It never failed me until one day it did. It developed this weird humming sound. Now, I've had guitars in the past that had a weird hum. Usually when you touch the guitar string, it goes away. That's a grounding issue or an earthing issue. This guitar had a weird hum all the time, and there didn't seem to be a way of getting rid of it. I took it to a luthier who held on to the guitar for about a week. He looked it over, his electronics guy looked it over, and they could not figure out what the problem was. They suggested changing the pickups to a pickup that they had just built for another project. So I figured I'd had the guitar 2 years, it wasn't that expensive to begin with. If I could fix it for 50 quid or whatever it was, it'd be worth it to have my guitar back. So they changed all of the electronics inside this bad boy. Then they came back to me a week later, and you'll never guess what happened. The hum was still there. They couldn't work it out. The best theory that he could come up with was somehow that the metallic paint, which is beautiful by the way, was somehow causing an electronic interference. It was then I realized my guitar was under warranty. The luthier was able to return everything back the way it was. I contacted Thomann and they give a 3-year warranty. Insane! Who does that? And after a brief back and forth about potentiometers, which the luthier assured me there was nothing wrong with the potentiometers, he had checked them, they asked me to post it back to Germany and have their service team look at it. Except I had to post it back to Germany. And the problem with that is I needed to package it in an appropriate box. But I had no guitar-shaped boxes. So I did what any sensible guitar player would do in that situation. I bought a new guitar. I was in the market for an acoustic guitar anyway. So I figured I'd get this new guitar, have the box, put this guitar in it, ship it back to Thomann, and see what they could do with it. And in the meantime, I'd have an acoustic guitar to be able to do my gigs with, because I had no giggable guitar at the time. So I did that. Turns out the acoustic guitar I bought is lovely. I bought a Takamine. Let me know in the comments if you want a review of that. I got the box, put this guitar in it, shipped it back to Germany. A week later, they told me they had received it via email, and about a week or so, I got it shipped back to me. Except I didn't. I opened the box, and to my surprise, my guitar was not in there. It looked like my guitar. It sounded like my guitar. But it was not my guitar. It was missing the scratches, the dents, all those wear and tear things. It was in fact a brand new tags on guitar. I'm guessing Thomann's service team couldn't figure out what the hum is either, and instead of questioning it or sending me back a broken guitar, they sent me a brand new guitar, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping in 2 years' time I don't randomly get some hum on this. But even if I do, for £350 as it was at the time, to have a workhorse of a guitar for 4 years, in my opinion, it was worth it. I'm going to plug this in so you can hear what it sounds like in an amplifier. While I do that, press the like button and subscribe. There's a lovely bit of resonance on the acoustic. Now let's hear what it sounds like on the electric, maybe clean first. But that's kind of boring, so why don't we do some overdrive. And there you have it, a story about two different guitars that look exactly the same. I want to know, have you ever had a guitar that's had a weird hum that you just couldn't get rid of? If so, how did you fix it? And have you ever had any issues when dealing with customer service, when buying a guitar or getting it repaired? Let me know in the comments. If you've liked this video, well, click the like button. What's stopping you? It's right there. If you want to see more, subscribe. See you again.